Restoring Nature's Abundance. Section: Earth's Garden. In our efforts to beautify home landscapes and exert our control over nature, American gardeners have excluded wild creatures from our yards. Certain animals become our enemies: moles, slugs and aphids to name a few, and in driving them away we often destroy the natural habitats of other wildlife. Author Sara Stein blindly followed the same path. She explains in her latest book, Noah's Garden, before she saw the environmental light. Illustration: Stein now preaches a garden style in tune with the ecology of the land. Her intent goes beyond creating pleasing outdoor settings, instead focusing on providing habitat for wild creatures. Naturalists have promoted this approach for years, but it's still a sharp contrast to the landscaping practices advocated in traditional garden books. In Noah's Garden, you won't find discussions of color combinations and texture. In fact, Stein disdains plants bred specifically for their ornamental features. Her goal is to provide the best living conditions for native wildlife, and all else is secondary. The author tells the story of her earliest attempts at gardening, following what she felt to be the accepted rules of landscape design. She and her husband thought they were doing the proper thing by clearing brush, thicket and weedy areas from their rural property. But as Stein says, it took us only a few summers of straightening up the place to degrade or destroy the habitat of most of the animals that had previously lived here. This realization caused Stein to launch her search for a natural landscape style, diverse in scope and teeming with life. Noah's Garden is a book for gardeners who wish to turn away from intensively tended perennial borders and lush lawns, and who are willing to relinquish some control over their yards to nature. Those gardeners looking for a way to tread more lightly on our planet will find in Noah's Garden a persuasive, practical guide for creating an original American landscaping style. Copyright of Flower and Garden is the property of KC Publishing, Incorporated, and its content may not be copied or emailed to multiple sites or posted to a listserv without the copyright holder's express written permission. However, users may print, download, or email articles for individual use.